Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. By taking a few steps in advance of decorating, you can ensure your decorations are not only eye-catching, but fire-safe. If you use the washroom, then fail to wash your hands and go and prepare food, you're setting the scene for possible Noro Virus activity. Saskatchewan students performed at the international average in science and reading, but below average in math, and 10th overall in Canada. Thanks for joining us here today. Before you deck the halls for the Christmas season, the fire department is again reminding you to check all of your electrical cords. The Christmas season is one filled with celebration and colorful light displays. And by taking a few steps in advance of decorating, you can ensure your decorations are not only eye-catching, but fire-safe.
We're seeing lots more people with illuminated displays and inflatables and all sorts of different things. So check your cords as you're putting them up. Make sure that you run a hand over them, that they're not old and cracked and brittle and frayed. Make sure that there isn't any exposed wiring, the connections are good, and that you're not overloading circuits by putting too many cords together or too much load on a single extension cord.
And as you decorate the interior of your home, you're reminded to keep a careful watch over burning candles.
Make sure that you're extinguishing them when you're leaving, certainly for the evening or going out, and we encourage everybody to extinguish them when they're leaving the room. That may seem like a lot as you go in and out of a room, but don't forget about them. Make sure that you're cognizant of them there, and they do burn out, they do burn hot. The perception that because it's a small candle or something like that, that it can't cause a fire is untrue. They do cause fires, they do cause problems.
By ensuring your real Christmas trees don't dry out and you have a working smoke detector in your home, you can rest easy this holiday season. Wishing you the best this holiday season and into the new year. From Mayor Dennis Perot, City Council, and staff of the City of Swift Current. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the management and staff of Chinook Refrigeration and Air Conditioning, serving Southwest Saskatchewan since 1976. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from David Anderson, Member of Parliament for Cypress Hills Grasslands. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the board, management, and staff of the Cypress Health Region. By simply washing your hands on a regular basis, you can help prevent spreading a number of illnesses. We have more in this report. This is a busy time of the year when many are attending celebrations and other public events, and a time when frequent and proper hand hygiene needs to be at the top of the list. If you use the washroom, then fail to wash your hands and go and prepare food, you're setting the scene for possible Noro Virus activity, not only for yourself, but others who later consume that food.
Very contagious virus and easily spreads to people very fast. You don't need much overload of norovirus to get the infection, so even if you picked up very few of the virus particles, you would easily get infection. And this is usually contaminated surfaces, so door handles, tabletops, any surfaces or foods that have been contaminated. So very key in control of norovirus is hand hygiene is a really key. Before eating food, after using washrooms, after touching surfaces, very important. And the other thing and challenge with norovirus is that it's not necessarily killed by the Purells or the isogels. So hand wash with soap is the most effective way to control and prevent norovirus.
Symptoms of the norovirus occur quickly and include stomach cramps, vomiting, and diarrhea, often all at the same time. And for most healthy individuals, you'll recover in 24 to 48 hours. Enteric illnesses such as the norovirus are often mistaken for the flu by many individuals. And health officials want you to know the difference between the two.
Yes, and unfortunately, many people tend to call the norovirus the stomach flu, and it is not. There is no stomach flu. Influenza is an infection that affects the respiratory system, so throat and lungs, and norovirus is something that affects the intestinal system, so vomiting, diarrhea, that sort of thing.
And if you are feeling ill, stay home for at least 48 hours until all of the symptoms have surpassed to prevent any possible spread of the illness. You can also prevent the spread of the norovirus to others in your home by actively spraying down countertops, hard surfaces, and other areas with Lysol. And frequently wash your hands. More information on the norovirus is available through your public health office.
And there were 762 studies sent, and this particular radiologist read 242.
Wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the management and staff of Pinnacle Financial in Swift Current. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Gus, Louie, and George at the K Steakhouse and Motel. Book your Christmas party or New Year's celebration today. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the staff and management of Pioneer Co-op, celebrating 80 years in Southwest Saskatchewan. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from David Merritt and family, MLA for Wood River.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the Dr. Noble Irwin Regional Healthcare Foundation, keeping healthcare strong in Southwest Saskatchewan.
Those times when I thought that he was just very quiet and shy and withdrawing a little bit, that he was probably depressed, and I didn't know it.
And you think that this is a short-term thing. In a week or two, he's going to be back to normal, but that's not the case.
Well, the latest data is in from an international study, and 15-year-old students in Saskatchewan are ranked 10th overall in Canada. Each year, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development studies student scores from around the world. In 2015, the study focused on 15-year-old students in 72 countries in science, mathematics, and collaborative problem solving. Overall, Canada was the top performer in science, ranking number 4 out of 72 countries, and also performed well in terms of reading and math. And closer to home, Saskatchewan students performed at the international average in science and reading, but below average in math, and 10th overall in Canada. Data which educators are taking a closer look at.
Not so happy to hear about where our province ended up, and so certainly there's work to be done. I think it really points to the fact that we're already on target with Saskatchewan Reads, which was focusing on grades 1, 2, and 3. This test was on our grade 9 students, and what we've seen even in Chinook is that some of the kids tend to slip when they go into middle years. And so we have been targeting locally here in both math and reading on our middle year students and trying to prevent some of that slippage.
And along with annual testing such as the Program for International Student Assessment, educators such as the Chinook School Division are always striving to help students achieve their personal best.
Yeah, I think the majority of the tests this time actually focused on science. One of the challenges is that some of the concepts that were tested we actually teach in our curriculum in grade 10 rather than grade 9, so it made it very difficult for our kids to be there. I think, as I mentioned, in terms of the math and the reading scores, we are now focusing more on our middle year students. We've spent quite a bit of time on our elementary end of things and have been quite successful there. We're going to try to carry those similar processes into the middle years, and I'm quite confident we'll see a boost. Unfortunately, we don't get access to how the Chinook students did on this broad scale exam, but we'd be pretty confident that our kids do well.
More information on the 2015 PISA scores can be found online. The town of Maple Creek is Southwest Saskatchewan's hub for holiday shopping and dining, all at a relaxed pace. Several shops are conveniently open until 9 p.m. on Thursdays in December. Maple Creek, the perfect shopping and dining excursion. For more details, check out our website at oldcowtown.ca.
During the holiday season more than ever, our thoughts turn gratefully to those who have supported us this past year. In this spirit, we sincerely say thank you from the bottom of our heart. We wish you abundance, happiness, and peace in a new year filled with hope. From all of us at Lens Plumbing and Heating,
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year!
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at southwesttvnews.com. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.